Brian. So last time you showed me your Lord of the Rings inspired things. That rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, and I'm lame. So anyways, moving on to where'd it go? I lost the one ring, but I found it. It's all good. So yeah, I have a one ring replica. It's not gold because it's not even real silver. It's cheap, but I needed it. It's got all the inscriptions and I like it, and when people ask me what it says, I totally geek out and quote and say the whole thing, which I'm not going to do here because I think the Talk Nerdy to Me shirt just signifies how nerdy I am already. Don't need to pretty much add to it. I'm not, even though it's trying to come out, I'm not going to let it. Moving on to the Even Star necklace, which get it on my nose and cover up that bigness. Ooh, yeah. You know, this would be like a cool little headdress thingy. And I can stop that now. I am so hyper today. I'm sorry. So yeah, again, very cheap, but I don't care. I think both of them are just beautiful, and I don't care that they're pretty much just plastic. Nobody else can tell, except I just told you. I just ruined it. I ruins it. You ruins it. Okay, nerdy enough, Kirsten. So, I just kind of realized today that I never told you what I do for a job. So, I've been working at some daycare or another, because my mom's worked at some daycare or another, since I was 12. And she had an in-home daycare for a while, so after school in the summers, I was taking care of kids with her. And you know, I'm pretty good with kids. If I do say so myself. But yeah, so right now I'm pretty much the nanny to these two kids that went to her in-home daycare before it closed, and they're amazing kids. I consider them family. They make me laugh all the time, and because of these two kids, I have a cool little trick. I called them Thing 1 and Thing 2 because we've read this book so many times that I have it memorized. That is my cool little trick, and I'll show them to you now, which is a quote from the book. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of it, just part of it. So I'm going to close my eyes. The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. Can you see that? I'll move closer. Alright, if you can still see that my eyes are closed, I'm just going to hold it up. Alright, eyes closed. I sat there with Sally, we sat there we two, and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house, we did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, 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 and we did not like it, not one little bit. And something went bump, and that bump made us jump. We looked and we saw him come in on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, "Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet in the sun. It's not sunny, but we can still have lots of good fun that is funny." Now, that was not as animated as I usually get when I read this book, but I'm not reading to a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. I'm reading to you, world, and it's humiliating enough that I just did that and showed you my secret. No, it's not humiliating. I don't really care. Yes, it's awesome. I'm hyper. I saw my cousin, who is like, I got a tattoo representing both of us. So, we're pretty close. But I haven't seen her in forever because she's a social butterfly and, is into every activity at school. So she's a busy little bee. So I didn't get to see her because I'm always free because I'm a loner who spends most of her time on YouTube. Because YouTube is good. I like me some YouTube. I'm an addict. I talk about it like it's a drug because it kind of is. Like, I sit down and I have my Tumblr feed to read and then my YouTube subscriptions to watch. And then when that's over, I search for more videos to watch because I'm that awesome. TBA, mate. I don't know what else to say except your video was amazing last time. Wednesday, I remembered now. And You should do a very short, because I don't want to make you do a whole video about this, like a short tutorial about how you made your chainmail, because I want me some of that. And I don't usually talk like this. I'm just hyper and crazy, so I cannot wait to see your video Monday. It's stuck. Oh no. Ow. That was great.